Hello people, it's Gino here from realeverydayenglish.com. In today's video we're going to be talking all about the word head, and I'm going to teach you some of the most common and useful phrases that I hear here in Northern England on a daily basis. So without any further ado, let's do this. Happy Sunday! Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here and you like today's content, then you might want to make the decision to subscribe. And if you do subscribe, make sure you hit the little bell notification so that way you never miss a free upload. This is my first upload in a couple of weeks. I've just got back from a week away, a week off work. I went to Blackpool with my kids and I spent a week there having lots of fun, but now I'm back in the saddle, back to work tomorrow. In other words, back to reality. But I've made some time today to make this quick video and help you guys improve your English and sound more natural and more confident as an English speaker, particularly if you're trying to learn British English, and in particular, even more particular, Northern British English, because I live in Northern England, so that's the kind of headspace that I'm coming from. So let's get on with these sayings or phrases. First phrase for today is heads up. Okay, now a heads up is something that you give to someone, and it basically means an advance warning about something. All right, so here in England, the police and contractors, what they'll do is they'll park up at a certain place and they'll have a speed camera gun, and they sit at the side of the road and they measure the speed that the cars are going down the road, and if people are speeding, then they get a fine or a fixed penalty, as you might say. So if I'm driving to work and I see a mobile speed camera at the side of the road, okay, then what I can do is I can ring my friend and give him a heads up that there's a speed camera on the road on the way to work. So in other words, I'm giving him an advanced warning, a heads up. This next example has got a little bit awkward because I need to give you an example, and because I'm out in the open, I've had to rest my phone in a tree so then I can show you. So hopefully the phone doesn't fall as I'm trying to record this. But the next one I want to teach you is heads or tails, okay? Now this has a very specific use and it's something that is useful to know, I believe. So every single coin in British currency, on one side of it, it has the head of the Queen. Can you see that? The Queen's head. So this side of the coin is heads, okay? And the other side of the coin by default is tails. Now the pictures on this side will differ. That doesn't matter. If the head is on this side, then by default this side is tails, okay? And we use this to make fair decisions in certain circumstances. Sorry guys, I've just come to edit stage, and there's a problem with that video I shot with my phone resting in the tree. So as I was saying, heads refers to the side of the coin with the Queen's head on, tails refers to the other side of the coin, and we use it to make decisions. So the example I gave in the video was that when we go driving in my car, my children, they'd both like to sit in the front seat, all right? But obviously they need to take it in turns. But sometimes we forget whose turn it is in the front seat. So we use heads and tails to make a decision. So I'll say, right, we need to flip a coin, heads or tails, and they both need to choose a side, okay? So they need to choose either heads or tails. And then what we do is we flip the coin. I'll just have to put the phone down here for a minute. So I rest the coin on my thumb. I flip it up in the air, catch it, turn it onto the hand, and in this case, tails would have been the winner. So that is the saying, heads or tails. It's a question. Which side of the coin are you going with? Number 3 today is the saying head case. When you describe someone as an head case, you're basically saying that they're mentally unstable. So when you say when you say someone's, you'll hear a bit of an head case as well. It's like there's varying degrees of this. So you can say they're a bit of an head case, which means they're a little bit crazy, or you can say that someone's is a total head case, and that means he's totally crazy, the person you're talking about. So to give you an example, let's say your friend has started dating a girl who you might know, and you know that she's a bit crazy. So you could say something to your friend like, mate, you want to be careful with her because she's a bit of an head case, and it means she's a little bit crazy or a little bit mentally unstable. Now, number 4 is actually 5 sayings rolled into one, and there are more of these, but I just wanted to teach you the main ones that I hear on a daily basis. So when you are in a state of confusion, or you're exhausted, or you're overwhelmed, or you're angry, frustrated, agitated, any of these things, there are a few phrases that you can use to describe this to someone else, okay? So the first one would be, my head's gone. My head's gone, mate. And it means that you're not thinking straight, you're agitated, angry, confused, or whatever. And then the next 4 that I'm going to teach you can all be used in the same way, okay? So the first one is, my head's gone. In the past tense, it would be, my head went, okay? So last night I had way too much work, mate. My head went. In the past tense, it's head went. My head's all over the place. My head is all over the place. In the past tense, that would be, my head was all over the place. My head's battered. My head's battered. In the past tense, that would be, my head was battered. Head's done in. My head's done in, mate. And that's in the past tense would be, my head was done in, or it did my head in, one of the two. And the next one is, my head's fell off. Not literally, but my head's fell off, mate. Can't think. Head's gone. Head's fell off. Head's battered. Any of these will do, and they're all ways you can express the fact that you're not thinking straight due to circumstances that you're experiencing. Number 5 today is the phrase head start. A head start is an advantage that is given or granted at the beginning of a race, okay? So let's say I'm going to have a running race with someone and we're running up the path, yeah? We're going to have a race round there to that tree. Let's say we're going to that tree. Now, if I was to give someone a head start, then what that means is I'd say, right, you can start from there, just up there, and I'll start from here, and that person would have a head start. Number 6, I lost count then. Number 6 today. It is number 6, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it is number 6. Number 6 is to go over someone's head, all right? Now, this is when something goes over someone's head. If something goes over someone's head, they don't understand it, all right? So, let's say you're talking to someone, let's say a scientist, and they're talking really technical about the inner workings of a cell or biology or something like that. And they come out with all these technical terms and jargon and you don't understand. You could say something like, mate, that went straight over my head, and it just means I didn't understand. Number 7 is very useful, very practical, but also very simple. And it is the term per head, all right? And we use this to describe how much a certain thing is going to cost per person. So usually restaurants, when they have, say, a 3-course meal on offer, so they'll say 3 courses, £25 per head. And that means you can come in and have 3 courses and it's going to cost you £25 per head. It is what it says, but it's a very useful saying to know. Number 8, I think that's right, I might have lost count again. Number 8 is head first. Now, head first is literal, okay? It just means that you went head first. So the head went before any other part of your body. So if I fall into a hole in my head first, I would say I fell in head first. Number 9, to have your head screwed on. When you describe someone as having their head screwed on, it just means they're very sensible person. So if, let's say you've got a daughter and she's 18, 19, she's starting dating and she starts dating some lad, but he's a nice lad, you know. You could say something like, oh yeah, I know him, he's a nice lad, he's got his head screwed on, and it just means he's a very sensible guy. Number 10 is actually 2 rolled into one, and they're both ways to describe that somebody is, again, mentally unstable or crazy. And you can use these in a serious way to mean that somebody is actually dangerous, or you can use it in a joking way because they do silly things, and you could say it jokingly, all right? And the first one is tapped in the head. So stay away from him, mate. He's tapped in the head and it means he's crazy, all right? And the other one is gone in the head. So they both mean the same thing. Stay away, mate. He's gone in the head. But like I said, you can also use them in a joking way as well. They don't have to be used seriously. Number 11, all in your head. What this means is that you're imagining it, it's not real. So let's say you go to stay at a hotel and someone says, your friend keeps saying, oh, I saw a ghost in the hotel, but you don't believe in ghosts. Then you could say something like, mate, it's all in your head. You didn't see anything, it's all in your head. Basically means you're imagining it. You're imagining it, it didn't happen, it's not real. Okay, number 12. Is it number 12? Well, I don't know. I've got a habit of losing count today, haven't I? My head's all over the place. Go to someone's head, okay? When something goes to someone's head, it makes them arrogant or it makes them think that they're better than anybody else, all right? So let's say, for example, your work colleague who you used to work with, he gets promoted to a supervisor, but because he's been promoted to supervisor, he changes. He becomes arrogant. He thinks he's better than everybody else. And you could say something like, oh, it's gone to his head, that supervisor's job. And it means it's made him arrogant. Number 13, and this is the last one for today. It's the phrase big-headed. When you describe someone as big-headed, it means that they're arrogant. So it's kind of similar to number 12, but not exactly the same, because it's a descriptive of someone. It's like an adjective to say someone is big-headed. But you can also use it for someone who likes to show off. So if somebody's got a lot of money and they can afford all these big nice cars and they're always putting pictures of the cars on social media showing off, then you could describe that person as big-headed as well. That's it for today's video, people. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please feel free to share with your English learning friends. This community of people we've got going here on Real Everyday English is growing by the week, and it's great to see. It's a pleasure to serve and help you all improve your English. Until the next video, take care, God bless, see you all soon, bye bye.